Chapter 4, Meet the Brain. In my book I'm focusing a lot on the neuropsychology of our brain, trying to see why we are acting in certain ways, why it's sometimes hard, and how to make it easier for us to live abroad, and so on. So I'm connecting psychology and neuroscience into living abroad and traveling. I'm walking in this serene forest, and you can consider this walk in the forest as walking inside the brain. Each of the leaves that you can see around me can be considered a neuron, a brain cell. We have about 80 billion brain cells inside each of us, each of our brains, right? And one tree can be considered like a connection between the neurons. So there's different clusters of neurons that are connected via dendrites with each other, and there's neurochemical or electrochemical actions going on between the neurons that are connected to each other. This means that if these leaves are connected to each other and one of them starts an electrical signal, then this signal will go to all the other leaves in the network as well. And when this happens, then each of the clusters of neurons represents an idea or represents some action you're going to make, or some feeling that they will evoke. So this is something that's happening in our head. And out of these 80 billion neurons, 95% of them are working outside of our consciousness. They are subconscious. Everything that's happening, how we are breathing, and also a lot of the things that we do, that we think that we do out of our own wants, actually happen subconsciously. And only 5% of our actions or the connections are conscious, which means that we're able to directly control them. So if you can see all this big forest around me, then most of it I could not control. There's only this small 5% that I can control with my conscious thought, or my conscious wants, or my conscious actions, right? That's to give you a quick and easy idea of what's happening in our brains. And if you want to read more about it, then of course you can do it from my book, chapter number 4, and throughout all the other chapters as well, where I'm drawing some ideas from the research of the field of neuroscience. Talk to you later. Ciao.